Welcome to Big D, Dallas, Texas, and the house the Pony Express built. Dickerson and James and SMU hoping to restore the glory and get things started in this one. And this is the kind of game college football fans love, because they don't have to wait for the weekend for this Conference USA showdown. As we'll see, the Kentucky Wildcats taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Mustangs will kick it away to start us off. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. To the ground with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Let's take a minute here to look at the big picture for Kentucky. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Brown. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Last season, Kevin Jennings took over as the SMU quarterback, and they went 11-1 before stumbling in the ACC championship game and in the college football playoff. What does he need to focus on in terms of improvement?
Just avoiding the turnovers, Reese. If Kevin Jennings does that, and this offense is virtually unstoppable because of his ability to extend plays and create, his accuracy throwing vertically down the field, SMU has everything they need. Brett Lashley is going to have a lot of fun calling plays. If this guy takes that next step, watch out. This is a team vying for the college football playoff.
And the Mustangs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Leaves it with the running back. Jukes his way for more. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
I don't think people understand how valuable it is to be able to hand the ball to your running back and get everyone settled to start the football game, especially when there's production like this. Man, your quarterback feels a little bit more comfortable. The defense feels a little bit uneasy. The offensive line gets settled in. Nice start by this offense.
And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. The Mustangs trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Trying to bull his way in. Touchdown, Mustangs! And they strike first. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target, then make the big play, get the touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. To throw, it's Boley. Oh, they're after him. That's caught. It's Gilmore. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Great timing there in the curl route by the QB. Gets it out early, and against zone coverage, because he gets it to his receiver so quick, he's able to turn it up and get the first down.
Leaves it with the back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll run it. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Wants to go up top. The short hands, it's Harden. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter.
There he goes. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
This time on target. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Back to throw, it's Jennings. Got his man on the right. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, SMU!
that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
14, Kentucky, 0.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Snap to the back. He rumbles out to the 39-yard line before he's steered out of bounds.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. It's Patterson. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
After that last completion, it's second down. They'll run play action. He'll throw it. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Mustangs! And they turn it into a defensive score. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive.
Kentucky, 0.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Right down the middle. Tight end getting vertical. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. They'll try the run. Got enough for the first down. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Boley. He's taking the shot. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Taking it the other way. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, SMU. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Gets it to him on the screen. He gets it out to the 28-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and something.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. For just a second, let's take a big picture view of SMU. They've gotten deep into the conference race, sitting on top of the standings right now. That conference championship game is starting to loom large.
It is, and there's so much at stake, right? Like knowing in the 12-team playoff that I have a chance to get a bye, right? If I can win my conference. So a lot at stake. They've done really well. They're at the top of the leaderboard right now, Palmer, but a little bit of the season still left.
Yeah, you got to focus on today. We're at that time of season where all of us love talking about what's coming up. We're predicting who that conference championship game is going to be. Can they go to the playoff? It all doesn't matter if you don't win this game today, so you've got to be focused here. This is a massive game.
And the Mustangs line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Special teams proving to be special.
And every year there's exciting new freshmen to look at and talk about and pub up. And this guy got a lot of that pub, and you see why. The dynamic play on special teams. You can see the speed, you can see the wheels, and you know the reason the fans were jacked up when they signed this guy this year.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. It'll be a draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward. As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Back to throw, it's Boley. Here's a heat. Makes the grab, it's McGowan. Breaks into the open. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. Hit as he throws. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. It's complete. They will score. Touchdown, Kentucky.
And I'm not going to say that was a must score, but that was a must score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the second half.
Kentucky, 14.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They go to the ground. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Mustangs have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Grab near the marker, it's Johnson. All the way out across the 45-yard line, marking out of bounds at the 46.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance.
Looking for a huge play. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Kentucky will boot it deep to get the second half underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
That's reeled in. It's Harden.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
And the Mustangs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Back to pass, it's Jennings. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
When you run your slant route and it's against man-to-man, one thing you know you're going to get is hit. When that wide receiver catches the football, slants don't open up wide open. Linebackers are going to be there, safeties are going to be there, so you got to be able to
turning it on. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Mustangs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the... to pick up the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
From the shotgun, the inside give. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can...
Touchdown, Mustangs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being caught. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Wants to pass it. Caught close to the marker. It's Bowling. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Wildcats. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But
Oh, and they blocked it. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board.
SMU 35, Kentucky 20.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
yeah, and how...
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
They'll give it to the back. Dragged down at the 46 after a pickup of 5 and the first down.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on second down, and you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
Leaves it with the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Gets it past the marker. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And a nice crisp run. Great job. Maybe expecting pass, in 2nd down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
They'll leave it with him. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
And that's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
Here comes the field goal unit. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Bowling. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. They try to pop a run on the draw. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Quarterback sneak looking for just a sliver of daylight. Touchdown, SMU! And the beatdown has ensued. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Wants to throw on first down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Pulls it in down the middle. And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets it to the 49-yard line. First down for this offense. Rides the back and leaves it. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It's squarely fought.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. To the air, it's Bowling. Got it in the middle, it's Gilmore. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Just about had another one picked off. They've already thrown 3 in this game. They're lucky it wasn't 4 there. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on down.
And the Mustangs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the fourth quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
Give to the back. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
And oftentimes running backs love drop plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second. So the D-line's rushed way upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
The Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll try to pop the draw. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You know, you got to be careful when you're running the draw play because you're hoping those defensive ends get way up the field, thinking it's pass. It didn't happen that time, and the defense was able to get a negative play.
They go to the draw. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Mustangs will send out the punt unit.
In punt formation to kick it away.
And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Dropping back, it's Boley. Catch in the middle, it's McGowan. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining. Looking downfield on first down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Timeout called by the offense, 24 seconds left on the clock. The Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Going for it all. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. To the air on first down. And to get rid of it quickly. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming, and there it is. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.